They told me summoning demons was dangerous. But what if I told you that this was actually one of the safest things you could do for your mind? Most people study magic for years and still feel powerless because no one ever shows them how to command energy safely. And when you finally understand that structure is the key, when you learn how to move energy through order instead of chaos, everything changes. Your focus, your relationships, your finances, your sense of purpose. So by the time most people are setting New Year's resolutions, you could already be living the one that they're still wishing for. Stay with me for the next few minutes because I'm going to show you how. And if you already feel the pull, I'll tell you exactly how to join the next 72-day power cycle before the gate closes Sunday night. Greetings, this is TK Trav, aka Travis Magus, here with LVX777. 7 years ago is when I came across the Goetia. Now, if you've watched my channel before, you know that 7 years ago is about when I started, and I began this journey talking about my experiences. Now, the thing to understand is back then, I was really going through a rough time. I was stuck in a dead-end job. I was drinking every night just to kind of numb the pain, struggling with depression and really not having a sense of belonging in this world. And this is something that has built up over time. And it was during this season that I was searching for an answer. And I read all these spiritual books. None of them really provided anything that stuck, nothing that really helped. Of course, there were little tips and tricks here and there, but nothing really was able to solve the pain that I was feeling. And if you're somebody who's ever gone through depression or gone through a feeling of not belonging in the world, right, you kind of know what it's like to walk through reality and have everyone around you see you in pain and not offer any type of help, right? Not provide anything of substance. If anything, ask you for shit, right? Or continue to put you down. No answers in this world. So when it comes to Goetia and summoning these spirits, right? It's the scary, spooky thing, and everyone says stay away from it, right? Black magic is evil. You have to sell your soul. It's gonna cause bad things to happen. This is what everyone is saying. Yet none of these people have actually worked with this type of magic. And I really got to the point where the pain of suffering my everyday life was more terrifying than experimenting with this different type of magic that would provide some possible chance to make things better. I decided to take that risk. And I discovered something very important. This whole practice of Goetia really isn't about demons at all. It's about structure. It's about understanding how to organize the energy that is present around you. It's about command and setting these energies in such a way that they benefit you. The moment I stopped begging life to change and started commanding energy with intention, my entire life reorganized itself. I left that job, rebuilt my focus, and began living what I teach now. And that's when I realized this key thing about Goetia. The real danger isn't summoning demons. It's living under the disorganized energy that you never learned to command, never learned to set straight, organize, and put in its place. So with that being said, let's talk about what Goetia really is and how it works. So the word evocation means to call forth, but it's not to call forth from the void, from some strange place out in space. It's calling forth from within. So you're not dealing with anything out there. You're pulling forth something that is already inside of you. Every so-called spirit is an aspect of your own consciousness, whether we're talking about focus, desire, discipline, insight, psychic ability. The ancients gave these things names and symbols so that we could work with them consciously. The problem is most people try to skip right to the ritual without understanding the foundational principles of why the system works. So the average person will go out there, maybe buy a book, draw a sigil, burn a candle, and try to wing it. And they may or may not get results, but they most certainly do not get consistency. Why? Because they don't have the fundamentals down. The fundamentals are important because when you go into this practice understanding that this is about the organization of energy and not about worshiping demons or selling your soul or any of that Hollywood type shit, when you understand what this is really about, you begin to have consistent results because you approach it as a science, not as a superstition. So what I've learned is that when you have structure, energy obeys. And this is a major part of this course. And this is why I created the 72-day power roadmap. This roadmap takes you through 4 phases that mirrors how this energy actually moves. The first phase is alignment. This is where you purify your focus, you clear mental noise so that you can command energy and attention. The second phase is activation. You awaken emotion as fuel instead of resistance. The third phase is command. This is where you direct energy into real-world results. And finally, that fourth phase is integration. This is where you're able to ground this so that the power becomes your new normal. Each phase lasts for 18 days, building up your habits, building up your discipline, building up your magnetism, integrating this process into your auric field, organizing the energies that are around you and within you, so that by the end of the 72 days, you've completely reprogrammed your energetic operating system. During the first 72-day cycle, students began seeing results within the first week. And these results include sharper focus, emotional breakthroughs, and for most, their first real contact experiences. So I'll tell you exactly what they did differently in just a moment. But first, understand this. Structure is magic. When you treat energy like order, it responds like order. That's the difference between chaos magic and commanding magic. And the beauty is, this is a repeatable system. This is not just a one-time, one-off lucky shot. Tonight, as we move into Halloween, the most charged night of the year, the cycle turns again. The first 72-day current has been completed. The second 72-day current begins now. So if you missed the first wave, this is your moment. You can step into this cycle right at the start. And those early results that I mentioned, most of them come from one specific audio I released inside the course. It's called the Demon Download Ritual. That's the track that students use to make contact safely and successfully on day 1. I'll tell you more about that in a second because it's part of the new bonus stack for this cycle. So here's what you receive when you step into this next 72-day cycle. You'll get the complete Goetia Awaken the 72 Names of Power course. 4 modules designed to rebuild your inner architecture of command. And for those who join before the gate seals Sunday at midnight, you'll receive 5 bonuses that anchor and accelerate your transformation. And these bonuses will not be included for free after Sunday on midnight. The first includes a command state audio transmission. And this is a specially crafted 15-minute trance state that installs the Magus mindset that you can use before any ritual. So this will get you up and moving without confusion and full of confidence. Bonus number 2 is the Demon Download Ritual audio. This is what I mentioned before. This is the same guided working that gave the first wave students, all 50 of them, their earliest breakthroughs in contact and clarity, most of them on day 1. Bonus 3, the 72 Names Cheat Sheet. Now this is a quick reference chart of the different spirits, their sigils, their meanings, and this is perfect for decoding patterns, for planning evocations, or for simply choosing which spirit that you're going to work with next. This type of chart here, this cheat sheet, cannot be found anywhere else. I've done a lot of searching and studying on the Goetia, and I've never seen anyone organize the spirits as clearly and succinctly as I have in this bonus. So whatever spirit you decide to work with, you'll find it easily organized and accessible on this cheat sheet. And of course, bonus number 4, the custom 72 spirit map reading. Now, this is going to be for the first 33 initiates only. After that, I'm going to have to charge for it, because this takes a lot of my energy and my time, because I want to make sure that we customize this specifically for you. I'll personally read your archetype mapper and create a 72-day plan matched to your energy. And then, of course, bonus number 5, this is what was mentioned, this archetype mapper. I'm able to, again, read your energy and help you select exactly what spirits to work with and why. So this isn't just me randomly picking a name out of a hat. And you can ask the students who've taken this course, you can see it all over the website. Most of them said that this archetype mapper is worth the entire price of the course itself. It is that direct, it is that clear, it is that revealing. So this is more than just me throwing a spirit at you assuming that it's going to work. I take a deep look at how you operate, what are your patterns energetically, and what spirit lines up with you exactly. Every student who has received this has said that this was extremely valuable and quite possibly the most important part of the course. Now, the tuition for this class is $333, or if you didn't want to do it all up front, 2 payments of $184.50. The first 72-day cycle opened the current. The second one deepens the current. And the gate is now open through Sunday at midnight. After that, enrollment closes and the work begins. And for those who already know that they're ready, the link is below this video. Click it, choose your path, and start the 72-day working tonight. If you're wondering whether this actually works, go look at what the students inside of the Temple of the 72 have been saying. People who never thought they could make contact are now journaling daily experiences, having emotional shiftings of balance, and having so many synchronicities that it feels like a dream. The feedback has been consistent: clarity, confidence, transformation. That's not luck. That's the result of structure. And you'll have the same framework waiting for you inside this course. Every 72 days, the current completes a rotation. The first wave carried the spark. Now it's time to carry the flame. Don't wait until January to plan a change. This is the perfect time to initiate that change so that by the time the new year rolls in, you'll be ready to step into instead of cross your fingers, hope, wish, and pray. So, the veil is thin, the gate is currently open. This is the time to initiate true change. The best time of the entire year. Begin your 72-day working now, and by the time the world is writing their New Year's resolutions, you'll already be living yours. So, click the link below to join this course. I'll see you inside, and we'll get started writing your customized 72-day power roadmap. This will be your specific game plan that shows you exactly what you need to be doing to achieve the change that you want to live. Here at the height of Samhain, I declare that 2026 will be our best year yet. I invite you to enter this new year with us in this Goetia course, the 72 Names of Power. Join a whole host of other students who are already manifesting wealth, confidence, love, and all sorts of other things, and secure your bonuses before they expire. The 72-day power roadmap is something that I created specifically for new students or people who haven't worked with Goetia before or any type of magic of this sort. This will tell you exactly what to do for your energy. This isn't a cookie cutter roadmap. This is me taking a look at you specifically and showing you exactly what you can do to get the best results. So don't miss out on this. You tried a lot of things that didn't work, some things that kind of worked, but here you've got structure and you've got a foolproof plan that at least 50 other students have already gone through and have gotten results as early as the first day, the first week, and everything after that. So, this is TK Trav, aka Travis Magus, here with LVX777. I love you.